Okay. Yeah, just let me know. I lost my connection there for a second. Let me know if I've got it back. That's ugly. This isn't possible because I got this. There is this, and that sucks. There's also this. Yeah. Only one move. And yeah, that's GG. And that's my ass kicked. Gonna take a quick bio break. And then I will be back to play a little bit more. Hi, and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I am Elise, translator, editor, and writer with 20 working languages, and this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks. Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
El hospital.
還元一級の先というのは、本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は Okay, we've leveled up and it is time to pick another language. Morfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek. We're doing Greek when we get back. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is squad, and that also means elephant. Okay. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks. Ça, ça, ah c'est ça, ça, que c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça, sol chi sa che nulla sa, ne sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco.
Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyper Polyglotting avec Élise. Moi, c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça, c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux, surtout GeoGuessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues. 10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Night. Night. Month. Yen. Yo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Bangba, okay, Bangbas is duck. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12,500. And as always, viewers can choose my next language for me just with a follow and a $5 to my Patreon.
Sotto le frasche del capanno 4 gatti grossi stanno. Sotto 4 grossi sassi, 4 grossi e grassi gatti. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Facile. Sì, ecco, la gente... è la cosa che mi dice la gente, sempre che scoprisce che quante lingue parlo. Io sempre avevo l'impressione, diciamo, di che non era così, non era tan così, ma poi dopo di aver visto qualche poliglota in YouTube, una delle cose che avevo scoperte era giustamente che la metodologia usata da quella gente poliglota che non avevo mai conosciuta prima, era più o meno la stessa metodologia che usavo io.
I buy a computer or what? And here's another example. I like to point these out. For this word for or, what sounds vaguely like Hogun and the Hok in Hogun in Korean or Waku in Japanese, and that appears it is the exact same kind of character.
Okay, let me see.
Un chasseur, ça son chassé. Ses chassés sont son chien de chasse. Okay. Okay, and I'm back. But am I? Let's just make sure my connection is there. Yes, it is, indeed. Play another round of Blitz. Playing black again. We've got a ready. So, Sicilian invite. And he's turning it into an English. Interesting. Okay, this is one of those annoying... Okay, I've already screwed this one up. Okay, I don't think I really have any option other than this. Okay, if I go here, I can win the pawn. Is that any good, though? If I go there, I can't win the pawn. So that was not any good. That was pointless. I've actually caused problems for myself that I didn't already have. Oh, but I have this. Please don't notice. I still can take a rook for free. Now, castling is kind of a problem here. What's my best option there? I would say my best option is to defer it for a moment. Okay, I can castle now anyway. And there's still a background mate possibility because those pawns have not given the king any heir. Okay, do I still want a castle? Or am I better off not doing that? Okay. This is a somewhat worrisome position now. Okay, I need to move fast now. So now I'm playing on increment. But I've still got mate in 1 if bishop wolves should screw up. Had mate in 1. GG's. Not my best day of blitz. Lost my connection for a minute there, but it seems to be okay now. Okay, so there's this, in which case this and this. Uh-huh. That's not a real threat because I can just take with my rook, and then it's either either it's like a bishop for a pawn or a bishop and a queen for a pawn. Open up my rook and open up a discovered attack on the queen. Meanwhile, my king is nicely castled, my rooks are connected, and blacks are not. That gives me a bit of an edge. Also got an edge on time. Helped along by the fact that so far it's been pretty familiar, and familiarity helps. Blocking off this castling option. This is mate in one, unless white figures that out in time. White figured it out in time. Ah, heel goed. I am up a piece. I'm feeling I may have screwed up here, but possibly not. We'll see. I mean, this is not really a thing. I can see this or this coming. Then I can just go here. The king has to go here. And I can just opponent proposes a take-back. Okay. That's one out. Oh, I wasn't trying to do that. Not... Playing white, which is handy. I see somebody's just playing some Blitz right now, and then we're going to look at some how-to videos as language learning resources coming up. Game boarded, damn. Okay. Sunset over Golden Gate. Very poetic. This is still a blunder. Not anymore, but it's not. It's kind of too late for it to matter, because I can castle now. Now, this is an annoyance because it pins this pawn. So I can either move my king. I can here. Don't do that often, but it seems like it might not be a bad idea here. That actually was a very bad idea, as it turns out. That was a little bit disastrous. But the thing about blundering a piece is that really it's just a sacrifice for which you haven't worked out the compensation yet. So, now I'm going to have to work out my compensation. And in the meantime, I'm going to have to be very careful not to do more of that. Because that was not good. Yes. Actually comes out better for me there. I've already won back some ground because I win the exchange if oh no. No, we're not doing that. Okay. Not a great situation I got going on here. Okay, what do I do here? Need to pick off pawns, ideally. And deploy mine. One advantage I've got here is time. Oh, and I've got that. Okay. Definitely not looking great for me on this one. The only thing I've got on my side at the moment is time. I am nearly 2 minutes up. GG's. Kijk in die bolletje bakkerij. Roggebrood. Denk, dit kan ons doen. Okay, switching videos. Okay, look at, okay, we've got a Dutch baking video. Let's see how it is. For our purposes as a...
Roggebrood is echt een typisch oer-Hollands product.
Ja. Klopt. Okay. What subtitles we got? We got Dutch auto-generated. Okay. Dutch with Dutch subtitles. That is good. It helps, yeah, that is very helpful because it helps you kind of connect the way it's written with the way it sounds, especially if it's well done. Dit is Bakker Tom. Echte vakman. Helemaal gek op bakken. Nou, als hij een bakker is, hoop ik dat hij gek is op bakken. Yeah, yes, so this is Baker Tom, real expert who is mad for baking. Helemaal gek op bakken. Helemaal. Or in Afrikaans you'd say heeltemal. Heeltemal maal oor bakken.
Dit is bakker Tom. Een echte vakman. Helemaal gek op bakken. Vandaag maakt hij in de proefbakkerij van Bolletje roggebrood. Het wordt nog altijd op de ambachtelijke manier.
Okay, very good, clear speech, natural pace, but not like excessively fast. The subtitles are good. Like they accurately reflect what's being said, which is what you want. You want, I mean, for these purposes, you absolutely want the subtitles and the speech to correspond 1-to-1. Let me see. Okay, it's already on HD. Okay, cool.
Gebakken. Met hele en fijn gemalen roggekorrels. Van deze roggekorrels maken we deeg met water en andere ingrediënten, zoals zout. Allemaal puur natuur. Er worden bij Bolletje geen conserveermiddelen toegevoegd aan het...
Conserveermiddelen is preservatives. Konservierungsstoffe in German.
Roggebrood.
Roggenbrood.
Het deeg wordt in deze bakblikken gedaan. Daarna wordt het roggebrood afgebakken. Het bakproces van roggebrood duurt vrij lang. Zo'n 7 tot 12 uur.
Okay. This is in other words not a short process. 7 tot 12 uur. 7 to 12 hours, yeah. I mean, there are exceptions, but when you're doing the baking of anything that has to rise, you are definitely going to be making a significant time commitment a lot of the time.
Nog even geduld, Tom. Roggebrood wordt...
I mean, okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking the way they're doing it. Like, the way he just nog even geduld, Tom. As you can see him being patient, waiting. Geen probleem. Geen probleem. Nederlandse ondertiteling is ook goed. This is rye bread. Een lagere temperatuur.
Bakken op een lagere temperatuur dan andere bolletjeproducten. Zo rond de 100 graden. Zo voorkomen we dat het brood te bruin wordt en aanbrandt.
Wait, how low? 100? 100 degrees Celsius. That is... No wonder it takes so long. That is a very slow bake.
Zo voorkomen we dat het brood te bruin wordt en aanbrandt. Na het bakken wordt het roggebrood een dag met rust gelaten om af te koelen. Ja, voor het maken van roggebrood is wel wat geduld nodig.
Okay, so this does... I mean, on the one hand, I have to say, the narration is cute here. I like it, you know. It's... You could use this. It does not do as much of the step-by-step sort of thing where you see what's being done at the same time as you hear what's being done. So not necessarily ideal, but on the other hand, it kind of makes up for it because it's, it's kind of cute. The description, it's, a little bit corny, which sort of fits because we're dealing with grains. But, yeah, not bad.
Na het afkoelen wordt het roggebrood in plakjes gesneden en verpakt. Roggebrood is ontzettend voedzaam en geeft je lang een verzadigd gevoel.
En
het is ook nog eens heel veelzijdig te beleggen.
Roggebiscuit. Okay. Mostly an advertisement more than a how-to, but not bad. And it's a short one. Short ones are good too. Sure, So... Okay, that starts us off nicely. And for anyone interested in the channel or the video I don't need video URL at current time, do I? Okay, I'm gonna give that one a sub. Here is the link. Yeah, why not? I will just pop this into, do I have Dutch resources already in here? Finnish resources. Yeah, I'm looking at the Discord. Finnish resources, Russian resources, Spanish resources, Arabic, French, Romanian, Mongolian, Korean, Turkish, Italian, German, Bavarian. And yeah, it looks like... Vegane Zimtsterne. River Rune has given us a vegan cinnamon star recipe in the German resources. Very cool. Okay, so we don't have Dutch resources, but we're going to. There we go. Actually, let me see. I'm just looking, and it's just made me think of a particular Afrikaans, South African recipe related to this. Roosterbrood. It's like grilled bread. I'm trying to see if we can find it in Afrikaans. Maar dit lijkt niet zo niet. Garlicky, like 99% of this. Okay, let me take it out. Recipe. Search terms are always a complicated thing. Roasted koek. Roosterbrood, Queen of the Karoo. Prickly Pear TV. Namibian style. It's all in English, though, alas. Geroosterde kaasbrood. Makkelijke Franse roosterbrood. Kombuisstories. Oké, mondlef. Ham en kaas, Franse roosterbrood en een reepie spek met een bite. Okay, it looks like we do have a very, very small... God, okay, there aren't a whole lot of Afrikaans recipe channels, it turns out. That last one was Dutch. Hier die een. This one is Afrikaans. And we're going to see how good it is for this. It's another short one. Have we got... Okay, ondertitels. Geen ondertitels, nee. No subtitles. Very pretty. Ham and cheese French roosterbrood. Is there any text? I mean... Okay. I mean, so it doesn't... This one doesn't even talk. Yeah, Afrikaans isn't an easy one to do this in. So we're gonna give that a miss. Yeah, well, Danish is like okay with the Scandinavian languages, with the main ones. We'll leave aside Faroese and Icelandic, which is another story entirely. But say you're Swedish, you're Norwegian, you're Danish. In writing, I would say they're pretty mutually intelligible. If you know one, you're not going to have trouble reading the other. Norwegian and Swedish, for listening, they sound quite different. Swedish has very distinctive vowels and consonants and stuff. But if you know one, you'll probably have a pretty good time understanding the other. Either of them with Danish, on the other hand, is complicated. because Danish pronounces things completely differently to how any of the other Scandies do. It has a whole different, like the speech comes from the back of your throat. The D's a lot of the time, especially in syllable final position, sound like L's. I've heard Norwegians and Swedes will often joke that Danes speak Norwegian but with a hot potato in their mouths. And that's my experience of Danish as well. Like, reading is no problem. It's Norwegian spelled differently. That's fine. But speaking it, like listening to it takes some practice. That takes some effort. It sounds totally different. Okay, losing track of my windows here. Finnish isn't even the same language family. That is a Uralic language. But okay, here's a channel that I like a lot. Just the style of it is nice. This is Russian comprehensible input. This is a channel called Chlieb Sol. Bread salt. And this guy cooks outdoors. And this is a Georgian classic called Chachochbili.
Добрый день.
Okay. Добрый день. Yeah, it's this guy. It's this dude, and he shows you how to cook all sorts of like classic regional stuff. Let me just make sure I'm not like cutting his head off. I am kind of cutting his head off. Sorry about that. No, извини, товарищ. Голову срезать не хотела. Okay, now we can see the whole thing. Грузинский чахох пили из домашней курочки. And okay, what's our subtitle options on here? And that's not subtitles. That's speed. That's do we want him to sound drunk? Because YouTube will do that. The YouTube has a speed setting that will just make everybody sound shit-faced. Okay. So no bespoke subtitles, but machine-generated ones. Russian auto-generated. That's not too bad. So here we go.
Дорогие друзья, мир в вашем доме. Рада вас видеть на нашем канале. Мы хотели...
Okay, the subtitles aren't great. He said, рада вас видеть на нашем канале. And the subtitles say, рада вас едет на нашем канале. Видеть is to see. Рад вас видеть на нашем канале. I'm happy to see you on our channel. But this makes no sense. Rada вас едет на вашем канале. Едет is like goes, but in a vehicle, like driving, or not necessarily driving, but being in a vehicle, being propelled someplace on our channel, which, I mean, it makes no sense. So, subtitle fail right there.
Сегодня далеко-далекий Горный Кавказ, туда, Грузию, солнечную Грузию. Я очень уважаю их кухню. Я ел много раз, пробовал разум, я даже работал с грузином, да. Я хочу вам один самый мой любимый блюдо сегодня приготовить и сказать, какая она простая. Любой грузин скажете, даже не только грузин, по всему уже свету это блюдо готовится. Это блюдо называется грузинский чехахбили из...
I'm laughing at the subtitles, because what he said is chachochbili. It's Georgian. It is a Georgian sort of sometimes a bit spicy chickeny thing. Very good, very very tasty. I quite like it. But it says chikach bili on the subtitles. Bili in Russian is the past tense of hit. Ciekach Bile. So, which is, that doesn't make any sense. Ciekach is locative case in the plural. What are you gonna do?
Из курица. Для того, что нам нужно? Естественно, огонь, сковорода и самый главный, что тут надо. Курочка. В моем случае 2 домашних курочка, где-то кило 300 такой. Я его сейчас сперва
Okay, I'm gonna just kind of skip over this bit. See, but we've got the close-ups, we've got the explanations, and that's what we want.
косточком, да, его обжарив, да, домашним, да, ты вот тогда его вкус будет, да, одна с филе.
And he always does this outdoors. He's always just cooking on an open fire.
Часто он ничего вкусного не добивает. Главное, да, начало, да, нам приходится делать, да, один немаленький такой есть, как его технология, как я могу так сказать, да, Марат?
I'm gonna skip over the...
Даю, вот тут пол-литра, даю грамм. Видели сколько? Сколько? 80-70 грамм масла.
Masla is one that you have to watch out for in Russian. Because it can mean butter, but it can also mean oil. And and that includes like oil as in an oil change. So in this case, masla is the oil that you just put in the pan.
И начинаю я, ребята, не все сразу, по частям. Так беру
But just, yeah, bit by bit.
на 2 раза, короче, я хочу его. Ну, бисмиллахир-рахман-рахим. Мы его сейчас корочка обжарим, а потом будем томить.
I believe he has an Uzbek accent, actually.
Его первоначально, чтобы блюдо очень вкусным было, да, этому курице надо жареный вот этот вкус давать. Вот для чего мы обжариваем. Вот такой колор мы сделаем его, досыть. Вот это уже одна сторона готова.
How they would differentiate oil and butter? Context. I mean, it's the same thing in Russian with foot and leg. Same word. Noga. Your leg and your foot are the same word, and it's just context that distinguishes it. Like in this case, you know that he's not saying butter because he poured a bottle of oil into the pan. It's definitely not butter. Hello, Rexix. Welcome to the channel. We are looking at some Russian comprehensible input. One of my favorite methods for like language learning and comprehensible input is like cookery and how-to videos. And this is a channel called how-tos. You've buttered your car, now driving it. Yes, I suppose so. And I mean, the showmanship is great in this. I mean, he always cooks on an open fire, and we're looking at it as a source of comprehensible input.
Друзья есть грузины. Я с ним работал, я служил грузинами. Поэтому я знаю. Я в армии тоже поваром работал, ребята. Смотри, степень какой прожарка. Дальше тоже не стоит его сильно пережарить, вы его затянете. Весь смак. Вот. Смотри. И еще останется. Когда готовите, ай, как приятно. Сейчас друзья наши, парочка, сейчас потянется. гурманчики, любят покушать. И вот сейчас они не знают, что готов.
Yeah, these subtitles are great. It's really having trouble understanding his speech. And it's not, his speech isn't actually hard. I mean, he has like a bit of an Uzbek accent, I think it is. But not so much that that there would be any trouble understanding it.
Оценит. Марат уже не раз, многократно это все пробовал. Я еще ничего не солил. 100 грамм. Я видели 100 грамм всего лишь. Вот бутылка.
Виделись? Он сказал видели.
480 грамм. Ну 100 грамм я налил.
Что это за ёбаные субтитры? Блин.
Курица. Именно то его жир. Вот ты смотри колор.
Okay, we're gonna
Он
skip a
похож
little
как
bit.
топленому. 1,5 кило. Вот тогда будет по-настоящему. Вот тут 1,5 кило. На 2,5 где-то 2,600 это цыпляты были. И к тому же
Okay, so we're getting a nice close-up of what he's doing at the same time as he's doing it. 1,5 килограмма лук, half a kilo of onion.
лук. Все, бояться нечего. Можно уже его так чуть-чуть поднимаем выше. О, Марадон, смотри. О.
I don't know what lake
Да.
that is.
Ароматнейший. Дай Бог здоровья твоей бабушке, которая на рынке курит.
I mean, he talks a lot about things that he's not doing as well. Like, he's been talking about how he learned these recipes because he worked with Georgians for a long time.
Продает. Своя, домашняя, говорит. Чтобы соус сделать, вот она вот так обжаривается, потом томиться будет, она все превратится в однородный, густой масса. Это будет такой из лука, сливочным вкусом. Это есть основной соус для нашей чихахбили. Основа есть такой. Берем курочка, остальные тоже. Потихонечку.
Well, God, these subtitles are really bad. Chicken,
Убираем,
курочка.
убираем. Теперь сюда
And good photography on this too.
ложим мы лук. Одни, второй, потом начинаем добавить сливочное масло еще сюда.
In Russia, Luke Skywalker is Onion Skywalker.
Добрый сливочный масло.
Luke.
Еще надо лук. Грамм 300. О,
The other kind of masla.
это его делает бомбически. Пока тогда он будет однородный, похож как томатный паст такой. Стой такой. И можно макать туда. Хорошенько макать. Лаваш, шоты, нон. Вот с хлебчиком вообще. Томатная паста.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, he is saying the thing and showing us the thing. That's tomatная pasta, tomato paste.
Помидоры дам. Ой-ой-ой-ой. Даем наши цыпленочки.
Sorry.
О. Посолю. Ну, столовая ложка приблизительно. Вот так. Нужно еще перемешать, чтобы соль везде натягивался аромат соли. То есть подсолиться везде должен быть. Маленько, кипением ни в коем случае высоко не делаем. Уже у нас там успокаивается. Далее. Пока чеснок, те специи рановаты. Рановато, потому что это курочка домашняя. Он должен с этим соусом потомиться, потушиться часик. После того мы начинаем усиливать. Вот специи. Хороший такой, мощный.
He's always very like enthusiastic about the recipe.
Естественно, вот именно грузинский вкус давать будем его, да? Вот тогда получится. Сейчас догорается, и будем в уменьшенном огне помаленько его доделывать до конца. У нас с луком курица томится на маленький. Пока томится.
Yes, he's talking about the importance of drowning the chicken in the tomato paste and onion mix to flavor it.
Так, помидорчики беру.
Помидорчики, little tomatoes.
Дополнительный смак. Я его сейчас в костре чуть-чуть поджариваю. Потом сниму кожуруху, а он пойдет.
Yeah, I mean exactly. There's always context.
Туда пойдет. Больше ему некуда. О. Ничего тут не надумать. Он прям идет на костер. Все. Я его достану,
Прям на костер с помидорочками.
Немножечко давал он костром вот такой аромат. И покажи, что тут делается, Марат. Теперь посмотри.
Oh, wow. Yeah, like, right on the coals. Прям на костер. So, I mean, he does a good job with the photography, or whoever is photographing this. Filming this, doing very well with showing and telling at the same time. Of course, he's also talking about all sorts of other stuff at the same time, which can, add to some confusion for beginners, I suppose. But for the most part, I mean, he speaks quite clearly, pretty natural speed. I mean, he's engaging, and that's important too. That makes up for a lot in terms of complications if you just enjoy watching somebody. Let me just drop this link in chat.
Вот она. Это сюда. И его шкурку снимем. Ах, горячий.
Hot.
Снимем и еще. Вот это все помидоры поджарю я сюда. Пепель, да это. Ничего противного.
Dropping this channel over in Russian resources on the Discord too. If you're not in the Discord, let me invite you to the Discord.
И просто. И он имеет теперь же у нас нормально печеный, костром такой аромат имеет.
Oh, don't do this
И
to me,
без шкурка.
Discord.
Все
Hidden
очищено.
use copy, but that's what I
Я
bloody well
еще
did.
ставлю помидоры. Это будет очень прекрасно. О, уголечки. Я его теперь шинкую. Мелко-мелко, прямо на этом миску. Почему вот Самура тоже, да, вот делает? Вот такие узбекские пчак.
Oh yeah, he is Uzbek. It's an Uzbek knife. Uzbekский чак.
Вот она, для чего. Они заметили. Они замечают, они все замечают. Вот он очень подходит. Удобно в глубоком миске мне резать. На плоской доске, да, врезать может эти соки его и вообще не думаю. Вот он, ну считай как мясорубка, да. Режет прекрасно. Это все идет туда.
Wow. Those are juicy tomatoes.
Очень хорошо, что он томится. Я поставил сюда. Вот такой. Вот так. Ой, джа-джа-джа. Вот это настоящие помидоры. Настоящие.
How the hell, dude? These subtitles, I can't with these subtitles. Dude is holes. He said pomidori, tomatoes. They don't even sound the same.
На дрове, на сковородке, можно на сач, можно на казан. Его можно готовить. Вот. Закрываю пока. Надо чесночок измельчать. Потом мы сюда капли дадим чили. И дадим немножко. Дадим зелень. Добавляем туда. Еще будем томить. И попробуем на соль уже.
Oh, those look good.
Острота. О, Марат, хорошо, что я пробовал. Если половине все дал бы сейчас, знаешь, что было бы?
Yeah. He's explaining as he goes. That is important.
Да, острота должен быть в мере. Это какой-то сорт. Или созревший хорошо. Марат, смотри, что у меня. CG-под. Вот такие наушники. Закрывается. Открывается. Беспроводной корпус. Металлический. 200
This is his sponsor, I guess.
килограмм можно сюда. Так и есть. Удобно. Закрыли. Рюкзак, бардачок, на уши. Качество, можно сказать, один из лучших. И 4 раза дешевле Apple это. Цена от производителя. Качество.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on there either. I was like, he's like taking something out of his ear and he's gonna put it with the garlic? What's happening?
Суперовый, имею в виду акустической стороны. Звучит вообще как по нотке. Так должен быть, еда тоже так должен. Все по нотке. Не верите? Тогда вы возьмете и послушайте, тогда вы скажете. Настоящему.
Okay.
Все, вот такой. Ссылочку оставляю под... Пожалуйста. Ссылочка остается под...
Skipping over the ad.
От Кинза. Достаточно. 1 чайная ложка на это. Хватает.
It's funny, he talks about, like, he uses measurements. He says, столовая ложка, чайная ложка, teaspoon, tablespoon. But he doesn't actually use the spoons, he just puts it in his hand and sort of measured it out like that.
Его. Хорошее качество. Для аромата также. Вот так. Пол чайной ложка черный перец.
Черный перец, black pepper.
Хватает.
Oh, Uncle Roger would love this. He's got a mortar and pestle and all.
Сунели. Сколько? Вот
Suneli is a Georgian spice.
можете видеть. Я примерно вот краешка насыплю.
It is one of, like, the traditional spices of Georgia.
1,5 чайной ложка. Иди подойди сюда.
Not after. After очень ложка. Author very spoon. Like these subtitles. Like he said, 1,5 чайной ложки. Half of a teaspoon. But the bloody subtitles say автор очень ложка. Author very spoon.
Теперь понюхай. Нюхай.
He got like one word right out of 3.
О, это букет уже готово. Это все идет туда сейчас. Аджика.
Ajika is
Oh, такой.
like it's like Georgian harissa. Let me put it that way, but more garlicky. Chili sauce.
Это все туда идет. Сюда беру такой именно корневой часть. Вот это стебли. Это мыто, чисто. Это и это кинза. Настоящая. А там петрушка, немножко корня петрушки, не листы. Вот. Все. Измельчал. Добавил. О, отлично.
And a whisper plugin for YouTube subtitles. It would be if YouTube subtitles were better. Like these YouTube subtitles, kind of useless. I mean, this is Russian to Russian, and the Russian is wrong. Like, it's getting the words wrong. Dikvels! Seien Sie Unsinn. Often enough, they are not great. I mean, sometimes they're decent. It varies from language to language, and I've found, I've seen really good automatic, like, Russian, it's when they start doing an automatic translation that things really get bad. But often the subtitles won't be too bad if they're machine generated, if it is just transcribing the language that they're speaking. This is not an example of that. These are really not great.
Перемешаем его хорошенько, идеально, чтобы наш вот это вкусный аромат по всему. О. Это уже ближе туда. Мы уже ближе туда идем. Грузию. Еще помидоры, видишь, полностью не разошлись. Лучок, как вам сказал, вот идеально, идеально, вот в таком состоянии должен быть. Еще чуть-чуть он пройдет, он будет вообще то, что мы хотим.
Okay, so this is more or less the finished product there. Let's see what else we can look at. Crispelle compata. Oh, we looked at that last time. Возне шурпа, autumn soup по-бухарски. Рецепта. Okay. This should be interesting.
Hey guys, welcome back.
People who follow this stream will know occasionally I've looked at a channel called English for Everyone, which is just really an example of the exact opposite of teaching, of like how to learn languages. Because all they do is look for non-native English language learning creators and correct them badly. And in the most like mechanical Android-esque way. And this is somebody responding to English for Everyone, which and I'm curious about this. I've never heard of this channel. This is let me drop the name. It's Improve Your English with Evelyn. Copy video URL. Drop that in chat for you. I've never seen her before. This just kind of showed up in my recommendations. And I'm just kind of curious what somebody else has to say.
So today I have a guest. This is Dave from Dave's English. Now you guys.
Oh, I do know him. I was introduced to English for Everyone by his reaction to English for Everyone.
video with him a few months ago now. It was quite some time ago now. And we talked about some of the problematic English language content that was being published on Instagram. Now, since that time, I've had the great joy and honor of being featured on a channel called English for Everyone. For those of you who don't know, English for Everyone is a YouTube channel with...
yes, a response to Kevin and Lisa, although mostly Kevin.
344,000 subscribers.
That never ceases to amaze me that they have so many subscribers, because it's like it is a Riz sig. It is Rizless. It has like they make Caleb Maupin look like a showman.
And it's run by
Let me put it that way.
husband and wife team, Kevin and Lisa. The creators of this channel have chosen to focus on mistakes that a lot of ESL English teachers make, but they've recently decided to focus on native English speakers. Recently,
Wait, now they're like, what are they doing? They're focusing on native English like, what even is that? So now they're not... That was bad enough when they were like just sort of going after nitpicking the English of non-native speaking English language creators, because the thing is, explicit error correction is kind of useless for language learning. It really does not actually help anything. But yeah, I mean, like correcting native why? Like then you're just sort of that's just being annoying.
Creators of this channel have featured me in several of their videos, and they have pointed out what they see as mistakes in some of
holy shit. Really?
Content that I have published in which
sorry. Nightbot, what? Oh, Rexy, sorry about that. No, okay, Nightbot did not like all those question marks, I think. Sorry about that.
I critique some of the content by ESL speakers.
So this is her reacting to them reacting to her. It's a Mobius strip.
Now, Kevin is a native speaker. He's an American, but Lisa is not a native speaker.
Like, I mean, what's wild about Kevin, though, is I actually had my doubts whether he was or was not a native speaker, because there's so many of his corrections that are just wrong.
And we're going to talk...
no, nothing to apologize for. That's like, I become aware of the need to fine-tune Nightbot settings because Nightbot does things like that. You didn't do anything wrong.
A little bit about this issue. It's going to come up later in the video, and I'm going to discuss what's problematic about someone who's not a native speaker making some of the comments that they make.
See, I care less about that. My problem, I want to hear what, like, fucking Kevin is...
English for Everyone has published 3 videos on me, and I'm going to put the pictures of the thumbnails here. Recently...
Okay, I think we're going to switch over. I want to see these, actually. I think that's what we're going to do. We don't have much time left, but I think that's what we're going to do. Hang on. I have to see this. Okay, let me find. Damn it. They seem to change the thumbnails. Okay. Here we go. There, found one. Coming right up. Because that's what we really...
Добрый день, дорогие друзья. Мир в вашем доме.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. Today we're going to
Debatable.
learn to avoid some common mistakes, so let's get started. First, this is not a mistake.
Ah, it's snowing.
Did you guys notice the mistake? Now let's watch a clip from a video that I posted on my YouTube.
I mean, see, again, the error correction thing, I don't really see, there's no point to it. It's like, it's not shown to be effective. I mean, I think she's talking about the fact that he said, it's a snowing, so it's a pronunciation thing. He's not...
Channel last year.
Another important form of connected speech happens when we have two s sounds, one at the end of the first word and then another s sound at the beginning of the next word.
I didn't notice any mistake.
That's so weird, because usually you like notice mistakes where there aren't any, Kevin.
Because there's no mistake. You can say it's snowing. You don't have to link the words. It's more common to link
I mean, yeah, okay, I will give Kevin that.
the words and say it's snowing. But if you're talking slow, you can separate the words and say it's snowing. It's not a mistake. It's fine.
Well, I mean, like, I think he added a vowel sound. I would not call it a mistake either. I don't think he thinks that it's a snowing. I think he just pronounced it that way. And pretty much everybody, except maybe YouTube's machine-generated subtitles, would understand him saying it that way. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I mean, it's either... Yeah, it's no... But it like, who gives a shit? Like, there's no need, here's the thing, that's not how people don't learn pronunciation that way. Like, the reason he said it that way, most likely, I'm guessing native Spanish speaker or possibly native Italian speaker, because there are two versions of that can happen. But that's just, it's a matter of getting used to the fact that you can have, like, the certain consonant combinations on the front of words. Like,
Let's hear some native speakers saying it's snowing.
hello, lads.
They separate the words.
I've
and they
always wanted to hear native speakers saying it's snowing.
don't link the sounds because it's not a mistake.
It's snowing here.
Yeah, that doesn't really count either. He said it's snowing. That he's like literally put another morpheme in between them. That's not really a counterexample.
Today.
As you can see, it's snowing pretty good here this morning at the care site.
First of all, I hear that it's snowing again.
God, what a boring the job their editors must have. They just have to go through millions of YouTube videos to find random people saying things like it's snowing.
Yeah, in Denver.
Barton Springs is the same temperature whether it's 105 out or whether it's snowing out, and I've been there when it was snowing.
So, it's snowing here.
And this is a mistake.
What's the matter?
I don't know. I'm coughing, and I got runny nose.
I cannot say I've got runny nose.
I mean, you clearly can say it, Kevin, because you just did.
Nose is a countable noun. So I...
See, I don't know what's more annoying. The fact that he will single these things out, like, and not just, like, just randomly say, okay, here's a thing to notice, or something like that, but, like, pick on, like, individual creators, or whatever, and, like, come up with this, like, nitpicky bullshit. Or the fact that he feels the need to explain the entire thing. Like, I would imagine a lot of the people who omit the article there which, I mean, it isn't, you wouldn't normally do that. Native speakers of English wouldn't normally do that, but they probably understand the principle behind it. They don't need the principle explained to them. You just,
Need an article. A runny nose. I have to use the article because the word nose is a countable noun. It's correct to say, I've got a runny nose. Or I can say he.
See, this is for anyone who is seeing this for the first time. This is why I say that this guy makes Caleb Maupin seem like a showman.
He's got a runny nose. Remember, I can say he has a runny nose, or I can say he has, contraction, he's got a runny nose.
Wow, you could say so many things, Kevin.
They both mean the same thing. You're expressing possession. Let's practice. Does he have a runny nose?
Except, I mean, possession isn't really the right word for this. I mean, if we're going to nitpick, I'm going to nitpick too. Because you're not really expressing possession so much as the state of being affected by a thing here. I mean, it isn't that you like pull a nose out of your pocket and you say, I've got a runny nose. And, somebody calls the cops and suddenly you've got, like, crime scene people digging up your backyard. You're literally saying, I mean, you could also say my nose is runny. You're saying that your nose is affected by a condition. It's not really possession that's going on there.
That's right. He's got a runny nose. This is also not correct.
Could we talk more about snot, please, Kevin? Just a little bit more. I want to hear more about snot.
A strange thing happened to me at the restaurant last night.
Okay, nothing wrong except he misspelled restaurant in the subtitles, which might not have even been him.
Would you like another slice of pizza? No thanks, I'm full. Say it again. I'm full.
Okay, first of all, I mean, surely the mistake is that they don't... He has half of a pizza on his table, and somebody's like randomly asking him, would you like another slice? You don't generally get pizza by the slice, following a whole pizza, which he clearly ordered, delivered to your table. Also, okay, I feel a little bit less bad. Like, why are you, like, the whole point of this, you hear the fucking laugh track, Kevin? He's already making the point that, yes, this pronunciation may lead to problems, or is, but I don't think it really would, because everybody knows you're not saying you're a fool in that context. Or is Kevin going to actually think that he meant to say I'm a fool? Is that what he's gonna be doing? I can believe anything.
Oh, you said fool instead of fool. Fool means stupid or crazy.
I cannot say fool means stupid or crazy.
You just did, and B, what?
First, it's countable, so I have to use an article of.
Yeah, no, not in that case, you dickhead. Because he's saying, because he's not, you don't say a fool means. You're using the word, so you can just say fool means. That's actually makes much more sense than adding the article there.
Fool. A fool means stupid or crazy? No, a fool means a stupid person.
Jesus. Really, Kevin? How 394,000 subs for this? Are there 394,000 small language learning creators who are just taking the piss out of him? Is that his actual business model?
It doesn't mean crazy. It just...
Actually, you'll find that sometimes it is used to mean so... Yeah, I mean, it can be used in that sense.
It means stupid. A fool means a stupid person.
No, it doesn't even necessarily mean that. Like, I mean, a fool can also, like, it was, you know, in the Middle Ages, literally a profession. Namely, like, a court jester. It can mean, like, a person who is goofy or funny. Like, fuck is this?
And pronunciation. It's not fool, it's fool.
So what? Like, he has an accent. Very good, Kevin, you noticed. I think we'd all understand it. Especially since we heard him differentiate how he pronounces full.
Use the dark L at the end. Link the sounds oo with the dark L. It makes an extra sound. Listen. Fool. Fool. A fool is a stupid person.
God.
Not a crazy person. And use the article a fool. Let's practice. What is a fool?
I'm watching one.
Is a fool a stupid person?
Like, what's the point of this fucking practice? I mean, it does mean that, but I mean, the point is, he is like, his correction was to limit what it can mean. Yeah, he was walking right into that one. He was being a foolish. I'm like gonna deliberately use like weird grammar in my response videos to him, just in hopes that it annoys him enough that he makes a video and then I get a lot of views from it. What he said was a foolish. Was what he said a foolish, chat? Yes, what he said was a foolish.
That's right, a fool is a stupid person. This is also not correct.
If you want to see the stars at night, should you go to desert or dessert?
Should you go to desert?
Well, I mean, it depends on what's in the dessert. I can think of certain dessert foods that have ingredients that will have you seeing stars.
Desert? We have to use an article. You can say the desert or a desert. But we need an article. What's the difference?
Yeah, but this is a multiple choice question, Kevin. It doesn't work the same way. Oh, but it is actually time for me to start thinking about dinner foods. Thank you to everyone who joined. It's good to see you again. I will be back tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And maybe we'll resume watching this jabroni. Have a good evening, and I will see you later. Yes. Kevin, I'm coming for you. I am going to make enough annoying grammatical errors deliberately that you feel compelled to correct me.